An elderly woman in the Mekong Delta, while resting at noon in an old thatched hut, encountered a snake that raised its head and flared its hood to threaten her. The Moi Thuong snake-catching team received the information and came to the location where the snake was believed to be living to search for it. After a few moments of searching, one of the hunters found a rat hole and reached his hand inside, digging and pulling out chunks of soil to check. A close-up shot shows that the surface of the clod of dirt was smooth and slick, indicating that a reptile had slithered across it earlier and left a trace. The old woman, holding a sickle used for harvesting rice, sat nearby during her midday break to watch the hunters dig the hole to catch the snake she had seen. While digging, a young man shone a flashlight into the hole to check inside and faintly saw the shape of some animal. A closer shot revealed it was a snake with black skin resembling tire rubber, coiled tightly inside a small cavity in the soil. One of the hunters used a piece of wood to pry the snake out, then quickly grabbed its tail with his hand to prevent it from slithering away. The man then controlled the snake in his hands and carried it outside, placing it on the ground in front of the old hut. Several hunters gathered around, pressing the snake's head down to the ground so it couldn't resist, then reached in to grab its head and secure it. After the venomous snake was caught, the old woman beamed with joy and stepped closer, reaching out to stroke it as if scolding it for daring to scare an old lady. A young man in the Mekong Delta noticed a shed snakeskin behind his house, right near an old abandoned pig pen. After receiving the information about the shed snakeskin, the Trong Jiang snake-catching team quickly arrived at the scene to search for the snake. The man brought out the piece of shed snakeskin he had found and handed it to the snake catcher to check what species it might be. Although the skin was old and dry, with many years of hunting experience, Mr. Jiang said it belonged to a venomous snake. The team first searched around the old pig pen for any crawling tracks left by the snake so they could follow its trail. Finding the snake was very difficult because the team did not know exactly where it was hiding under the concrete floor. They had to break part of the brick floor and then use a stick to probe inside to see whether the snake was hiding there. The bricks were quite heavy and could not be lifted easily, leaving only a narrow gap. When the men looked through it, they discovered the snake. A close-up shot showed the snake coiled up inside. After being disturbed, it quickly retreated deeper to hide somewhere else. Two of the men worked together, pushing a stick into the hole to drive the snake into a corner so it would be easier to catch. When the snake was forced into a corner, part of its body became exposed. Seeing this, Mr. Jiang quickly reached his hand into the hole and grabbed the tail to hold it firmly. With its tail held, the snake could not crawl away, and another man above used a hook to pull the snake out. A young man then used a wooden stick to press the snake's head to the ground to control it, before grabbing it firmly by the neck and lifting it up. After being captured, the venomous snake was placed into a bag by the team, helping the homeowner feel relieved that the threat of danger had been removed. A man saw a snake crawling into an old pig pen, so he asked some snake hunters to come and catch it. The old man tried to trap it using a fishing net, but instead of catching the snake, the net only snagged a shed snakeskin. Mr. Moi's team began searching around the pig pen to see if there were any holes or crawl marks they could follow. Mr. Bay found a hole next to the wall, and inside the hole there was an old piece of shed snakeskin that had been there for quite a long time. However, the hole extended under the floor of the pig pen, so the hunters had to use a hammer to break the brick floor. After a few strikes, Mr. Moi used a shovel to poke into the cavity and pulled out some soil to check again. Meanwhile, Mr. Bay kept smashing the brick floor with a hammer to search for the snake, while the homeowner stood nearby watching. After making a hole, the hunter reached his hand inside and pulled out many old snake eggshells that had hatched a long time ago. The hunter then lifted a piece of cement nearby and discovered a nest of white snake eggs underneath. The man scooped up the whole clutch of eggs to look at them. They seemed to be freshly laid and still very new. When a young man pried up the brick next to it, it slipped down, causing the snake hiding underneath to start sticking its head out. Disturbed by the cement and realizing it could no longer hide, the snake crawled out to look for a way to escape. Mr. Moi's team quickly pressed the snake's head down with a shovel to restrain it, then grabbed its neck and captured it. With the venomous snake caught, the search ended, leaving the pig pen floor broken and messy like a pile of rubble.